And welcome to the 2025 WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters. We have a wonderful feature match for you guys coming up with Kaylee McIntosh and Silviana Liu. It will be a race to 8. And I'm Chanel Lorraine, and I've got Caroline Powell in the booth with me. And we're just going to go over the match rules real quick.
Okay. So with the match rules, we have lag for the first break. It is an alternate breaks format, as well as the 9 ball is spotted on the spot.
That's right. And does not count in the bottom 2 pockets. There's no break box. Your opponent's going to rack for you. And 3 consecutive fouls equals a loss of game. It will be cue ball fouls only.
All right.
Looks like we got Kaylee that won the lag here. So she'll be breaking. Since it is opponent rack, Kaylee does have the opportunity to look at the rack and ask for a re-rack, but only once. The 9 ball will go on the spot, the one up front, and everything else is random. Really looking forward to this match, as both of these opponents are great players. Do believe that it is an elimination round.
It is.
That was a nice break from Kaylee with pocketing 1 ball and keeping the cue ball in the center of the table. Looks like she does have a good look at the 1 ball. And nothing looks really tied up here, so hopefully it'll allow for a good roadmap for Kaylee.
They're both fantastic players.
They really are.
Yeah. Silviana is from Indonesia, and I believe this is her first WPBA event. She did play on the collaboration one between the WPBA and Predator back then.
Okay.
But this is her first official WPBA.
All right. And did she get a promoter spot?
I think she did. Yes. Everything looks pretty straightforward. It's not exactly the easiest, the longer shot on the 2 ball, but she just has to focus on making the ball. It's easier said than done.
Right. Sitting here, it sounds pretty easy.
Yes, but when you're down there competing against tough opponents, it's definitely not very easy.
She surely did make it look that way.
Yes. So on this next shot, she can opt to have a little angle or go, or pretty straight, just go forward.
Looks like she has a slight angle. Let's take a look at the overhead.
Right.
Baby angle.
Yeah, I think it's straightforward enough where she can just follow it forward towards the 6. But again, she just has to leave not a straight shot on the 6.
Right, she wants to give herself an angle to go up table for the 8 ball.
Yeah. Which she done nicely. I think she's just going to go forward. She has options. Play the 8 in the top right corner. Or if she wants, she can even go towards the long rail.
Right now, it looks like she's looking at the side pocket.
Yes.
So many options.
There's just you just have to keep in mind that there is more than 1 pocket on the table. So if you can, adjust to what your strengths are, or what your favorite shots are, or what you're comfortable with, then that would be the best option. Thank you, Chanel.
You're more than welcome. Well done. Looks like she played it for that 8, the side pocket, as she was looking at. And I think she might just stop this ball right here and play the 9 in this bottom left corner pocket.
Yes. All right. A great start for Kaylee.
Really, right? Break and run.
Yes, it really sets a tone to the match. Breaking and running the first rack.
It sure does. Well done, Kaylee.
It is rack for your opponent.
It
It's
is.
a little different from what we're used to.
Yes.
Rack your own as well as the 9 ball on the spot.
I believe we changed the rules a bit just so that we could comply with the WPA rules, and since we are a WPA ranking event, or we have a few actually this season.
We do have quite a few. We have the last event that we
At
actually
Iron
the last
City
2.
Billiards
Yeah, Iron City, and then at Racks.
in New York.
Yes.
And then this event. And then next up is the Women's World 8 Ball. That will be a WPA ranking event as well. It's going to be held at the Oneida Casino Resort
Yes.
coming up in early July. So if you're around the area, make sure you check it out
Yes.
in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Yeah, exciting. It's one. I think the last time they've done that was maybe 10 years ago. I want
Wow.
to say so. Yeah,
Super exciting things for women's pool.
it really is.
And the U.S. Open coming back next year.
Yes, U.S. Open 9 ball.
The women's U.S. Open 9
Yes.
ball. Wow.
Great break.
What a great break.
Right. Let's see where the 2 ball lands. Yeah,
I think it gets by that 7 ball, but
it does. I do believe it does, but getting a good shot on the 3 is going to be a little tricky here, just because of the angle that she has.
I think she does like a follow shot.
No,
I don't see this angle, or maybe goes around.
yeah, I think that it's tricky in the sense that if she force follows it, it might go towards the 8.
Yeah.
If she wants to stun it in between the 8 and the 9, it becomes very delicate to come 2 rails back towards the 3. So she could come across, but then the 6 ball is a big ball. So it's
So many options, right?
there is. So she might even opt to. Oh,
There
I
you
love it.
go.
What a stroke.
Wow.
She hit that perfect.
She sure did.
Not an easy
Played
shot
with
at
bottom
all.
left spin, stroked
Yes.
straight through that ball, and
And you can tell with the left how once it hit the long rail, it came back up towards the 3. So that's the left working for you.
she really had to play that with great speed as well,
Yes.
because if she put too much on it, it wouldn't have probably taken the same way that it did.
I spoke to Silviana. She arrived literally from Indonesia just on Tuesday.
Oh, wow.
So she's a bit jet lagged,
Oh,
but it doesn't seem to be bothering her.
right.
No, she had a tough earlier match with Brianna.
Oh, wow. I did
Yeah.
not get the chance to see that
Yeah.
match.
So, but this field in general, we have so many great international players. I must say that this is probably one of the toughest field that we've had in a while.
Most definitely. I was just talking with Kathy about that earlier, and someone had asked me yesterday, who do I pick to win the tournament? And as I looked around, there are like 20 killers right
Yes.
around me. And any one of them really has what it takes in order to best everyone else. So it should be very interesting and exciting
Yes,
to watch.
it is. Yes, so wasn't accurate enough to pocket the 4 into the or actually the 5 ball, sorry,
Yeah.
into the side pocket. These pockets, we're playing on diamond tables. They are a little tighter than usual, I want to say. They are playing pretty tight here, so
They are. I would agree with that. It's not as slick as I think the conditions that we're used to playing on.
yes, that's definitely correct. And the room is actually not so cold, so it makes everything a little bit more muggy and slow. So the table, the cloth and the pockets are playing a little tough. And usually the 6 ball even, would fall in, just slide in, but
Right.
as you can see, it's still hanging up.
Right. They must hit that object ball in the center of that pocket. If it at all grips any side of the pocket, there's a chance that it will bobble just like that it did.
Yep. So these shots, even though the ball is directly in the pocket, they're actually one of the hardest shots on
Super
the table.
tricky.
Just to, play position for the next shot.
Right. I think she comes rail first, and
You think she'll come around?
oh no,
Okay,
I
I
was
like
wrong.
it. No, but I like what she did
Yeah.
because she can control it a lot more.
She really could, hitting a
Yeah.
full
Hit-
ball that way, and just playing the 7 ball up table.
Yes.
Because she's gonna have to leave, or would like to leave, her cue ball kind of around the same area that it is for the 8 ball.
Yep, absolutely.
Super smart.
Great shot.
Just
Right.
one rail up. What do you think?
I would come back the same way.
And play the 9 ball in the same pocket.
Yes.
Just like so.
Beautiful. Speed, everything.
Very smooth, very calm.
All right, so it's one apiece. This match is going to be a good one.
It truly is. Let's take a look at some of the other matches that we have around the room.
Okay.
Just starting off. Looks like we have Savannah over Emily, and from the last round, I know their match got started late, 6-2. And everyone else is about basically the same right now, 0-1, 0-0. We'll take another look as it gets deeper into the matches.
Yes.
I think it's a good idea for, especially when having your opponent rack, that, you just at least do your due diligence and check out the rack. I mean, not that anytime it's intentional, but just to, if you do it for one person, or, you can do it for everyone,
Yes.
It's good practice just to check it out and make sure those balls are frozen so you can get the best break possible.
Nice controlled break. Oh.
I
I think
she
yep,
can still see it.
she can. Absolutely.
Take a look at this overhead view.
What about the side view? Let's take a look. I think the 3 goes in both pockets. Yes.
I think so too.
So she has options. I would say to pocket in the bottom left.
The 3 ball.
Yeah, the 3 ball. Just because it would be easier to set for the 4. And it's actually easier to get positioned that way, since the natural angle of the 2 is going towards that direction.
Don't think this 9 ball goes past a 3 ball, but depending upon the way she plays it, it might come into play here.
I think it might pass.
It does.
Yeah.
Looking at it from this angle.
It does. This shot in general is a tricky one, but it's smart to use those other balls as stop, to hold the cue ball.
She kind of freed up the 3 ball as well, so she has more options.
Yeah. I think she has the wrong angle going away. Actually, not wrong angle, but it's the angle that's going away from the 4 ball.
Right.
So I'm not sure if she would just try to pocket the 3, take a tougher shot on the 4, like be above the 4, but then now you have to work to come back for the 5. So it's
kind
pretty
of precarious.
tricky. Yes.
Yeah.
And she could, I mean, if it's just tough. There's so many options. She could even try to play a 3-railer if you pocket the 3 and
think
then
she
you come
rolls up a
around
little
the
bit.
table. But then you have to make sure positioning is tough. So yeah, I think that's the best option. But now she has to go back up and down the table for the 5, or she can try to play a safety.
Either way, even if she does go up and down, she has to play that at perfect speed to make sure she does not come back down far enough to get behind the 6 ball.
Right. Or even bump the 6 or 7 going up. It's a lot. Ooh, that was close.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Wow, she
still, that was perfect. My goodness.
Beautiful, beautiful shot.
She did not have any worries about running into that 6 ball or the 9 ball.
Yes. I was like, wow, there's a lot of balls to avoid, and she did perfectly. But this rack is not over yet. She still has that 8 ball, and even though it's open, it's so close to the side pocket and it's close to the rail. It just makes the shot tough in general.
It's going to be tough, but if something in me tells me that she won't have a problem with it.
She really needs to get straighter on the 8. So she has really nice angle to pocket the 7 and come below the 8. But again, it's speed. You want to be straighter than have too much angle on the 8 ball.
Makes it a little easier to get back down for the 9
Correct. Ball. It's just pocketing and getting back for the 8 and 9 ball is easier when you're straighter. With this shot, she can cinch it to play the 9 in the same pocket. I mean, on the bottom right pocket. Or she can pocket it and try to come across and make it in the other corner pocket. And again, here it's just personal preference, which she did. She liked just coming down because you get to
let your stroke out a little bit more.
You don't have
versus baby it, right?
Or cinching it. And then sometimes when you cinch it, you throw the object ball and everything. So to let your stroke out, yes.
All right.
What a great out by Silviana.
Amazing out, really. That sending a message right back to Kaylee after her break and run, right?
Yes, absolutely. So here we have some of our sponsors for this event.
Got Big Family Custom Cues, E1 Simonis, Diamond Billiard Products, Aramith, iCAD, Castillo Leather Goods, The Perfect Rack, Classic Billiards, sponsored by Kamui as well as Super Shot Billiards.
How Tips.
And How Tips.
Great. Amazing. We have so many great sponsors and we truly thank them for their support.
Really, we wouldn't be the same tour without them, and we really appreciate everyone's help out there. Everyone watching the stream, sharing, liking, tuning in.
Yes, we appreciate all of you. Thank you.
The more support we get, the more free streams that we can bring to you, and hopefully in the future we'll have more tables to add to the stream.
That is 100% right. Right. Another great break from Silviana. Just lost the cue ball a little bit, but she's still at the table and has control. I see containing safety. That's going to be played.
Definitely. There's a whole lot of balls here at this bottom end of the table for her to maneuver around.
Yes. As long as she puts the cue ball on the top short rail. And she even got it behind the 6. Great shot by Silviana. Although, you know, this could be a pretty standard 1 rail or 2 rail kick, depending if she can go far down enough to come, yes, towards the 2 like Kaylee is looking at. She has to hit it a little harder though. Make sure that she hits a rail after she contacts the 2 wall.
It is a foul if you hit the object ball and do not get a rail with either the object ball or the cue ball after your shot. It would be ball in hand.
That is correct. Nice shot. Great contact, and wow, it's a little unfortunate for Silviana that
With so many balls down
Yes.
here at the table, it's almost like how did she not be able to get her, in a
Hooked,
precarious,
yes.
exactly, spot. But yeah, like you said, fortunate for Silviana.
But she's not out of the woods yet with the 3 ball. I mean, it's obstructed by the 4 ball. So she might have to hit it low and maybe clip the 4 or come on the other side of the 3. Let's see if it gets. Yep. All right. She clipped the 3 and got perfect.
Just like that. That's what you have to do. That's all.
Yes.
Cue ball is a bit close to the 3 ball, but nothing that
No.
Silviana can't handle.
Right.
It's just
This-
a little baby stroke.
All she needs to do is just pocket the 3 and come 1 rail across for the 4 that's sitting in the side pocket right there. So it makes things a lot easier.
Just like so.
Yes. And it's great when the player is actually executing what we're
What we're
guessing.
commentating on. I think she might go to the rail here so she can create a little bit more of an angle
right
to play the 5 in this bottom right corner so she can come down all the way table for the 6 ball.
She wanted a little bit
more,
angle,
yeah.
because then she could have come toward like 2 rails naturally going up to the 6. Now she's a little straight, so she might have to like hit it a little bit more with oh wow, no. Okay,
It's
this
super
view.
straight. Yeah.
Thank you for this view, because
Yeah,
this
no
is really
problem.
straight, so she'll
I
probably
thought she
have
had
to draw it.
more of an angle than she had.
Yes. Which she hit
Wow.
beautifully, or actually too good. It was just too smooth of a stroke that she
It was very smooth. It just the cue ball took off after it hit the
So,
rail.
As you can
wasn't
all
expecting that.
see that for the cue ball to travel, you don't need power. It's really just acceleration and smoothness. You could hit it with a softer stroke, but as long as you have the acceleration and it's hit very smoothly, the cue ball will travel.
All right. We've got
All
a
right.
pretty steep cut here.
Yes, but if she hits it with bottom, she could probably kill it the speed a little bit, but she's going to go all the way down. Oh, okay. She
Okay.
tried to play safe.
Safety.
Okay. Nice. Nice containing safety.
Definitely
one.
not the easiest bank. It was a seemingly good choice for sure.
Yeah. Actually, Kaylee likes banking, though.
She does.
I mean, I played her a few times and never fails. She at least has 1 or 2 banks in there in the set. So I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to play a 2-way.
Yeah,
Where
this
she
is true.
Banks the 6 in and tries to control this the speed of the 6 ball in case it doesn't go in. So,
Yeah, she is definitely not one to shy away from a bank or a jump shot.
yes, for sure. And the reason why they're just waiting a little bit is I think Kaylee is giving courtesy to the opponent at
Right
the
here,
next table.
Taruko, it looks like, on the table next
Yes.
door. Kaylee plays with Mucci equipment.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
she got newly sponsored. Yes.
Yeah.
And is all like her break cue and playing cue everything?
Yeah, she has a Killwood Pro shaft and the Mucci Carbon brake cue, and also the Mucci Pogo jump cue.
Nice. Very nice. I'm curious. Is Silviana still with Mez?
She sure is.
Oh, she is.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's still with Mez. Looks like she has How Tips as one of her sponsors now, so she is playing with a How Tip. But
Okay.
other sponsors of hers include Labiwa Q Sports Indonesia and Mantra.
Nice. Very cool.
You play with Mez as well, don't you, Caroline?
I do. I do for a long time now. I mean, I'm biased, so I'm gonna say they're great. But there's so many great pool cues equipment coming out. It's insane how much there is now.
There's so much competition out there.
Yes, and I know you, Chanel. You play with the How.
I do. I play with a How Carbon Fiber Flash, one of our sponsors, and a How Tips, and I absolutely love my cue.
Yes. And you know what? I mean, again, it's all each their own,
To each
personal
their own,
preference.
right?
Yeah.
My brake jump though is by Dr. V's Custom Shop.
Oh, that's
carbon
very
fiber,
cool. Is that new? On the market?
It's been around for about a year and a half now, so relatively new, but everyone that I know that has one absolutely loves theirs. It's a great price point, and the creator is also a pool player as well as engineer, so he really puts his time, effort, energy, and thought into making his products, which is really nice.
Oh, that's very
And
cool.
welcomes feedback, of course.
That's great.
Yeah. Kaylee did not opt for that bank
No, she didn't. She
that
played
we
a good
were thinking
safety.
that she would.
Yes.
Yeah, she did play a pretty good safety, so
She
it
did.
allowed her to come back to the table.
Absolutely.
Nicely done.
Very nice. Also, this is just a focus on pocketing the 7 right here because you have the 8 for the side pocket. Even if she gets a little angle going down towards the short rail, she can definitely use the rails to get either below or above the 9. So she has options. But the most important is making the ball.
Yeah, it seemed to be like a nice smooth stroke, but kind of veered right there at the end a little. That's probably allowing for the miss.
Yeah, it is unfortunate that the cue ball followed in.
Yeah.
To the pocket. She fluked in the 7, but with the scratch.
Oh, wow.
All right. So Silviana extends her lead.
3-1 over
3-1.
Kaylee.
Correct.
Take a quick look around the room. Did you want to do the quick commercial here, Caroline?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's take a look at what we've got going on.
Right. Kaylee's break. She just needs to shake that off.
That's right. She has the ability to break and run here. We all know that from her first rack, so it's just a matter of gathering herself and getting back in it. That one ball has gone in the side pocket every single break with a nice spread, and the cue ball in the center of the table.
Nice controlled break.
Take a look at our layout here.
I like it. I think yeah, she has a good chance of running out this rack.
Good look at the 2-ball.
Good look at the 2-ball. She does. I think she can come back for the 3. I don't
Right
think she
there in between the 9 and the 6.
Yes. Or even maybe if she can come between the 8 and the 3 to the long rail and come back up for the 3.
All right. See if she goes 1 rail or 2 rails.
Let's take a look. See what she decides. Oh, she might just go forward.
That's true too.
There we go.
Option
like
C, ladies and gentlemen.
I like it.
She'll leave herself a bit over that 5 ball.
She did, but
makes bridging a bit more difficult, but
right.
Nothing she can't handle.
She is a lefty after all. Lefties are great with at pocketing. Oh, nice. She had a really love bump from the 6 ball to help get a better position for the 4 ball.
I like that term, Caroline. Love bump.
It was. Or you could have one of those brutal bumps.
Oh, no. I don't like the brutal bumps.
Yes, right?
Just a bit of a baby stroke. Come out, play the 5 ball in the side pocket, but unfortunately missing the 4 ball.
Right.
I don't think she loved Silviana very much. Let's take a look at this overhead view.
She didn't. I don't even know if it's worth jumping, just because, yeah, I don't, you know, the 4 is so close to the bottom rail. It's harder to make, and the cue ball can jump off the table if she opts to jump. So she's going to try to play a kick safe, maybe clip the top of the 4 and bring the 4 up and keep the cue ball, yes, down by that. It's a containing safety.
Yeah. I thought she would have a little bit of a more of a cut on this, but she does not. That was a well played shot.
Yes, it was. This one's a nice standard safety. Bring the cue ball back up table. Distance helps.
Kaylee's current ranking here in the WPBA is number 11, with her highest being number 8.
Excellent.
And since it is Silviana's first tournament here, she does not have a ranking yet.
No, she was not seeded for this tournament. And I think she played April Larson in the first match, and it went hill-hill.
Wow, what a tough match.
Her draw has not been easy, Silviana. But I feel as though, wow, she hit that so well.
Even using that 5 ball there to stop the cue ball.
Laser sharp eyesight.
Really, right?
Yes. Like we were saying, though, I'd say this field is incredible. In our last stream, Jasmine played Margaret on the B side.
Right, and Kelly sent Jasmine to the B side. So
yes, it's been absolutely
match
crazy.
After match excitement. Yes. And our next round will be a winner's round, so that's surely to be exciting.
Do you know who's playing on stream?
I don't.
Yet. Okay.
Maybe I'm excited to find out, though.
Me too. She almost got it, but the 4 doesn't really have a pocket. Unless she
mean,
plays the combo or she tries to go for the crazy back cut into the top left corner.
there's that.
I mean, I
They're
don't
all
know.
pretty tough.
Yes.
I wonder which one she's going to choose. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
times people play on percentages, but
Yes.
right here it doesn't seem like she really
No,
has
she
a percentage that's better than another.
could
So,
bank the 4 back down table if she want and follow the cue ball up. She could even clip the left side of the 4.
it almost looks like she's going for the bank.
Yeah, those are your standard
Oh,
safeties.
safety shot.
Yeah. So it's good. I mean, it works. It's a containing shot. You want to try to keep control of the table. So
Bank safe works.
yes, strategy. It's not all run out. There's
That's
a lot
right.
of strategy involved. So, what do you think of Soaring Eagle?
Oh, I absolutely love Soaring Eagle. I believe this is my third time back here.
Okay.
And every single time I look forward to it. Such a
Isn't
great
it?
casino, and they've got great amenities with great restaurants and, you know, coffee, all the things that you need nearby, conveniences.
Absolutely. I love it too. It's
Cue ball leaked out a little bit too much
did.
for what she was really hoping for. But I don't know that Silviana has a good shot on this 4 ball. Let's
To make it?
take
Yeah.
a look into it. Yeah. I don't know if she can see enough of it.
Yeah, I don't think so. So she just has to play another safety here. It's be interesting to see. I think she's gonna play the cue ball underneath the 6-9 and try to bank the 4 back up. Oh,
She totally could make
Yeah.
it.
Okay, never
You know,
mind.
it's much different, I think, like, you know, when it's a game of millimeters and even shorter sometimes, you know, it's really tricky about, you know, looking at it from a camera view versus standing there at the table over the balls. You really have to have a good eye
Yes.
and be the one looking at the balls in order to tell if it's
Right.
going or not, or if it gets past a ball.
And despite having 3 different camera views, sometimes you still can't see the actual or the right angle from the cameras as you are, standing at the table. But I feel, yeah, just force follow it up, come back down for the 6. Great shot.
6 going to be played here in this bottom left corner.
Yep.
Gonna
She'll
send
probably want to come a little higher above center pocket because she wants more of an angle to come back down for the 8.
right.
Instead of it having if you're too straight on the 7, it's going to make it much difficult. I mean, this is a little bit more angle than I think she's just, it always makes it tricky, but I like it.
Especially with a
Yeah.
reach, this shot.
Exactly.
Oh, watch out for the side pocket.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow.
What a shot.
Just killed it.
Yes. Great shot.
In
Great
perfect position
control.
on the 8.
Yes. And I like how she hit it. It was like fearless.
Mm-hmm. Especially reached out.
Mm-hmm. Just 2 rails, It's nice to use the extra rail to control the speed. Oh, okay, she did. That's good.
Still got perfect on it.
Yes, absolutely.
Right. Silviana increasing her lead with a score of 4-1 over Kaylee. Let's take a look at some of the live scores from around the room.
All right.
Savannah is up over Emily Duddy, 7-5. Sarah Miller over Tina Larson, 2-1. Got Boyana up over Jordan Helfrey, 4-1. Silviana Liu, our match, 4-1 over Kaylee. Susan Williams over Susan Mello, 2-1. Su Yi-yan is up over Lonnie Fox Raymond 3-0. Ayala Soledad is up over Mighty Ropero 4-2. And Debbie Teichert and Taruko Macklin are tied at 1 apiece. Super close to pocketing the 1 in the side, but not quite. Is this Silviana's first dry break?
It is. And you can see the difference in the break. Kaylee likes to hit it a little bit more with a controlled break, and Silviana's hitting
More
it a little
power.
hard. Yes.
I wonder if Silviana practices or plays very much with Aloysius.
That I wouldn't know. I mean, Aloysius is in Singapore, so
Oh, okay. So
I'm
they
not.
probably don't get a whole lot of time to do all of that
Yeah.
together, but
And they're both traveling all the time.
makes
What a great
sense.
shot that Kaylee played that.
I know not
To come
all
on to
pro pool players that date one another or husband and wife, not all of them practice
Yes.
or play together, especially for that reason, though, too, you know?
Yeah,
They've all got different schedules.
right. Although I know that there are others that really do train together.
Yeah.
That's great. So
A little bit of everything.
it is. Life of a pool player is always on the road. Oh,
I think
that
she meant to either bump the 7 or come up
yeah.
not even touching it.
I think she just let up on her stroke a little bit on that one, and that's why she didn't get the power,
The action out of the cue ball that she was
what
really
they were
looking for. Even if it
Yeah.
was just a minimal movement, she didn't get the action that she
Yes.
wanted. Because, yeah, it did look like she let up on it.
Yeah.
Just a tad bit
Just
there
a
in the
little
end.
bit. And it's unfortunate that because of that, she's hooked.
Right.
Oh, I think Savannah just won. So
Oh, I see in the
That's-
corner of the screen.
and it's good job because their match was lagging a little bit. Yeah.
They started late,
Oh, they did. Yes. They
about an
absolutely
hour late.
Right. So they didn't do too bad. They caught up a little bit.
All right. That is the
Okay, so Silviana has
pretty straightforward roadmap here. 6 ball is all the way down at the other end of the table, but
yeah.
don't think she'll have a problem with that.
No, I think she needs to leave herself an angle to come around the table for the 6. So she has to stay on the left side of the 4,
Right.
if possible. Okay, or that angle. Yeah, however she has sight on the 4, whatever naturally.
Just not in between.
Yes,
Right.
because when you're straight, it becomes much harder. At least now she can actually go 2 rails coming back towards the 6, and the other way was like 3 rails forward. So beautiful shot.
It's all right. Bumping into the 8 ball. Still.
Love bump.
There you go. Love bump. Still has a pretty good angle, though, to make the
Yes.
6 ball and come back down table for the 7 ball.
It's great. Yes, absolutely.
Nice smooth stroke.
Olivia Chang and Nina Torba.
Oh, not the easiest shot for Kaylee, but I think
It's a makeable cut, but
it is. It's
definitely
tough.
not an easy
Now,
shot to
this
come
is
with at
where
this distance.
yes. Now we're talking about percentages. This is where we start weighing our percentages, whether or not you like these shots, pocketing wise, or should you go for the safe to try to get back another chance.
What do you like here, Caroline?
Well, if she goes for the safe, I like banking the 7 ball back up towards the 8,
Mm-hmm.
and leaving the cue ball down by the 9 underneath, or
There
see?
you go. Perfect. There you
She-
go, Caroline. She must have heard you talking.
her banks. No, I was calling it the safety, but Kaylee loves her banks.
She does know. She heard you from earlier.
That was a great shot, though. Fantastic. And very controlled. She's on the 8. I know she's a little straight.
Yeah, a lot more straight than she'd like to be,
Yeah.
but draws it back a bit, gives
Ooh.
herself
Don't.
on the rail, but I think she's at a good angle where it's not like, you can see more of the cue ball than you were if you were to hit this cue ball straight on from the rail.
She just has to stay down and just.
Stroke through it.
That's right. It's really tough. That was a really tough shot.
Was a tough shot. There on the rail.
Yeah. And you know that, you're down on this match. It's a lot of stuff.
It's a lot
going
of
on.
pressure, right?
Yes. Yes.
Same thing here. There's a lot of table in between the cue and object
Yes.
ball, and
It's just a little easier just because you're not frozen to the rail. So you have more.
control of your cue ball.
Yeah. Your hands on the table, you can stroke it properly. So now.
We'll be right back.
Yeah.
Digital Pool is the ultimate app for billiards enthusiasts, tournament directors, and league operators. Digital Pool enables world-class billiards events by using innovative technology to enhance and streamline the experience at every angle. Experience features like live scoring, text notifications, table assignments, real-time match updates, automatic reporting the Fargo rating, player stats and profiles, live streaming overlays, online player registration, and digital payment tracking. Enjoy all this and more by signing up for your free account at digitalpool.com.
Oh,
They took a little break. So.
let's run through a little bit more of our commercials.
Yeah.
I'm Christina Tkach, the #1 in the world, and you're watching WPBA on YouTube.
From Chicago, friend rank number 29th in the WPBA. Sponsored by Castillo Leather Goods and the Lux Tattoo out of Chicago. Her first event was the Dr. Pool Classic, number 2 in 2022. Let's hear it for Olivia Chang. And her opponent from Oslo, Norway, tournament number 76 and moving up fast. Event 2 in the box. For Nina Barba.
Want to go?
You two kind of race before to catch us up.
And we're on a bit of a player break right now. If you're just joining us, they should be back to the table soon. We are here at the 2025 WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. We're all so happy to have you join us here on the stream. Appreciate all the views, the likes, and the shares. I am Chanel Lorraine, and in the booth, I've got Caroline Powell with me.
Hello, everyone.
And we'll, in case you're just joining us, we'll go over some of the match rules once again. It's a lag for the break to start off, and it's an alternate break format. The 9-ball does not count on the break, only not in the bottom 2 pockets. And for this tournament and tournaments going forward, we have the 9-ball on the spot. 1 ball up front, everything else does not matter. There is no break box, and your opponent racks for you. With 3 consecutive fouls, it is a loss of game, and it is on cue ball fouls only. Let's say a quick hello to everyone out there, if we can. Hey! All right. Looks like we've got Silviana back at the table. Let's take a look around the room, see what type of scores we've got going on. Nina and Olivia have just started their match, so they're at 0 apiece, and Susan Mello and Susan Williams. Susan Mello's up over Susan Williams 3-2. Lonnie Fox Raymond is playing Su Yi Yun with a score of 3-1 over Lonnie. Ayala Soledad is up over Mighty Ropero 4-3. Taruko Macklin is up over Debbie Tykert 2-1. Silviana Liu is this match versus Kaylee 5-1. Boyana Shaditz is up over Jordan Helfrey 5-1. And Sarah Miller is up over Tina Larson 3-2.
Some really good matches going on. I believe at 7 p.m. it's the winner side matches.
It is. Should be very exciting. Do we have who's playing yet? Not yet.
Not yet.
See if we can get that for you guys. Kaylee's being sponsored by Iron City Billiards, Team Straight Pool Eye, Mucci, and No Quit Apparel. Do believe we mentioned Silviana's sponsors earlier.
We did.
And Kaylee's out of Citrus Springs, Florida. And Silviana is out of Indonesia.
I want to say she's in Jakarta.
Okay.
Yes.
I've never been. I've heard wonderful things about it. Have you?
I have not been to Jakarta yet, too.
I heard it's beautiful.
Yes. I think they're having a women's event there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It is. Oh.
How unfortunate. You know, she did pocket a ball. Not make the one in the side pocket like she has been for the rest of her breaks, but...
Very true. But she does have the option to push.
She does.
And the push out only happens one time after the break.
Right. Either...
And the opponent can either take on the shot or give it back.
That's right.
To the person who broke. So what do you like to do for this push out shot?
I probably would opt to go up the other way on the table, but...
Right. But, you know, either way, I mean, just leave them a hard shot. That's the object of it. It's whatever you wherever you push to.
Don't make it so easy, but maybe perhaps a shot that you like taking.
Yes, exactly. Or something that you know you have some plan.
Mm-hmm. Being on the rail is never easy.
It's not.
But this one ball does have a pocket in the upper left corner, possibly rubbing the 5 ball. Oh, she opted for the safety pack. Looks like
I
she
like
got
it.
there.
I like it. Very smart.
Looks like she locked her up.
Oh, she did. Very nicely.
As Adalio likes to say, she put her in jail.
Well, not yet. Not jail.
Jail. She can still
Partial.
see it, right?
Well,
She's not
no, I
lock
think,
up.
but at
I
least she
mean,
can kick at it.
right.
It's open. At least Silviana. Oh, see, maybe she can see the edge of it.
She's shooting straight at it.
Yeah. Very nice. It's amazing how
Good speed.
thinly they can see
Hmm.
the edges of the wall.
Yeah, just as I was saying earlier, it's a little bit difficult. I would have thought from our camera view she
Yes.
could not see that ball.
This shot, I actually like kicking the one ball from behind and bringing the the one ball back down table and leaving the cue ball up there.
I think she's thinning it. Oh,
Yeah, but I feel the
She-
only reason why it's when you thin it or you
can hit too much of it and leave your
Yes.
opponent a shot.
or even splitting it,
Hmm.
it's tricky from that distance. You're very far.
Makes sense, especially with a different speed. The slower speed that you have to play could do funky things.
Yes. You can, you could put unintentional English or something. But the shot that she left Kaylee isn't exactly the easiest either to come down for this 2. So she might just go back and forth and take the longer shot on the 2 ball, cutting it into the corner pocket.
Kind of leaving the cue ball up where the one
Unless
is
she
right
wants
now.
to go forward. But
Back and
yeah,
forth.
this is definitely the
Smart
higher,
shot.
yeah, higher percentage shot. This next shot, I seem to be saying that everything's like a delicate shot.
It really is, They all have to be played with some sort of finesse.
Just because,
If you play a little bit of inside to kill it a bit so you can stay down here for the
yes.
4 ball.
She does have a pretty target area. But again, because the 2 ball is so close to the bottom rail, it's good. The cue ball is going to bounce when you cut it in.
Right.
So you don't want to use a lot of speed. And she did do the 2. She did use inside and play, try to use the second rail to slow it down.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think she sees the?
I think she
Oh, I think she just has enough.
just enough.
Great. Yes.
And I think what we found is what we see here on the camera view. She might have just a little bit more.
That is very true.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Looks like she got right down on it like she does.
Yes. She just has to come up and play the 5 in the side pocket. Ooh. Does she have?
I don't know.
Does she see?
I don't think she
Let's
can.
see the side view.
All right.
Oh, I can't tell.
I think she can see a bit of this ball, but not enough of it to pocket in the
Pocket it?
side ball unless she
Okay.
opts to jump.
Yeah.
Not opting
Well,
to jump.
you know what?
She's shooting at it.
She is shooting it like she sees it. So.
Yeah. There you
All
go. My philosophy on seeing the
The
camera
camera.
view and add a little bit more.
All right. So this shot, she needs to put bottom. I think she's going to come to the bottom short rail and come back up for the 7. I think her angle is going to come too steep towards the corner, but again, I could be totally wrong. There we go.
Nicely played.
Oh,
Hopefully she doesn't get too straight on this ball.
yeah. Great shot, though.
It's a little straight. She does have a tiny bit of an angle to come out, but
Yeah, if she can, she could put a little right and use the spin to try to come towards the
There you
8.
go.
Yes, like what she did. So, perfect.
Nicely done.
And this is exactly what Kaylee needed to get back into the match. It is a race to 8, so this is a very important game.
She needs to take advantage of this. That's right.
Great out. Great out, Kaylee.
Very nicely done. Right. Kaylee lessens the gap, so the score is now 5-2 with Silviana over Kaylee. Take a quick look at our sponsors here. Really appreciate every single one of them. They all play a vital, important role in the WPBA, and if you get the chance to check them out, check out their website, give them a share, give them a like. It's a great help to us as well.
And thank you for all the viewers
Yes,
of our stream.
we
Without your support and continuous viewership, this also would not be possible.
very true.
And
Right.
to Lonnie,
And to Lonnie Fox
Yes.
Raymond for making sure we have all this wonderful equipment
yes,
so that we can provide you a nice stream.
absolutely.
I think I just heard that we have the arena board's going to be coming up at our next event at the Women's World 8. Be on the lookout for that. So we should have a fancy new backdrop for you guys.
Very exciting, exciting times. All right.
One just missing the side pocket
yeah,
there.
It bounced out. Dry break for Silviana. I feel like she's hitting them even harder in the last 2 racks where she hasn't pocketed a ball. So let's see.
Almost trying to force that one ball to go to the side pocket.
Yes. Very
Does she have a
nice shot.
window here?
She does. It's a great shot that she played.
A tiny window that she
Yeah,
really
all she
played great
needs to
position
do
for.
now is just stop. Play a nice little stop shot. She has sight on the 3. I would come 2 rails behind the 5 and play the 4 in the side pocket. So she stuns it a little bit, coming towards the bottom left corner.
To avoid any traffic that you might be able
Yeah,
to get behind versus going the other way.
right. But it just depends again what angle she sees compared to what we're seeing. Oh, she's playing the 4-9 combo. Okay. She opted to play the 4-9 combo.
No, not a bad choice being
Yes,
down 5-2.
I totally agree. Okay. Good effort, but combinations are tricky. It's not,
They really
you
are. It
know,
was not straightforward.
yes, especially the distance between the combination and the pocket. So just a slight mishit throws the ball a little bit more. So it's a tough shot. It's not easy.
I think Silviana just stops this ball right here.
In the corner, she's gonna play it.
Mhm.
She's jacked up. What a smooth stroke.
Very smooth for
Yeah,
being jacked up
Yes.
nearly on the rail.
Yeah. Beautiful shot. It's not easy. She's jacked up. a little bit. You know, it's never easy.
Mhm. Another rail shot here.
Mm-hmm.
She'll play
Comes
one rail.
across, yes. A little higher than she wanted to come up. I think
But
she just
still
put some,
okay.
yeah, she just put a little more spin than she needed. She coming around table? Or... Okay, love it. Beautiful recovery shot. What a wonderful shot.
Very smooth, straight through.
Again, I think she'll just come across. If not across, then she'll just double it to come up back on the other side of the 8. It's just, again, how
Just-
steep her angle is.
Hit it with a little bit of pace.
Right. So she can just let her stroke out. There we go. Beautiful.
Nice full shot.
Yes. Very nice. Very nice.
Nice out by Silviana.
Yes. The first
Mm,
shot
quick-
was probably the hardest. The little jack up.
Yeah.
Those shots are never easy.
She increases her score over Kaylee 6-2.
It is a race to 8, everyone. Yeah, let's check it out. What's happening around the room? Let's take a look
Do
at
a
the
quick
score.
look.
Yeah.
Looks like she's almost finished racking.
Right. Susan Mello's up 5-2. Everyone else seems pretty close. Oh, Brianna over Jordan 6-2. And Taruku's up 4-1 against Debbie, but everybody else is pretty close. I feel as though Kaylee's break is much more consistent than Silviana's. So let's see if she can.
Pocket the one ball again in the side pocket like she
Yes,
has. I
and-
think she's only missed one.
I think so. There's the 1. Let's see where the 2 is and see if she can.
A bit of
Oh,
a spread. I think the 5
like
ball
it.
does go past the 9.
And guess what's coming up?
What's coming up?
Her bank shot. I think this one she just banks the 2 and the 3's dressed up pretty nicely on the bottom rail. So she's definitely playing
Doesn't
this
have to
bank
do
shot.
too much with this cue.
Not at all. Just 2. And if she makes this one, that'll be her second bank.
Oh,
Oh, I jinxed her. I'm sorry, Kaylee.
she did tie up that 6-9.
She did.
I think the
Although
6 ball still goes.
Yeah, I do too. But
It's not going to be easy position playing for the 7 ball, but
yeah, I
she'll
think
have
that
to get
well,
straighter.
she has to deal with this 2 ball first.
Yeah.
So we'll see what she needs to do. She's going in the opposite direction of the 3.
Slight backwards cut with
Even if she puts the inside, like right English, it's not gonna hold up because yeah,
I think
gonna
she's
go
going to
too
have to
far
go
up.
around
Yes.
like
If
3
she wants-
rails, 4 rails,
Yeah,
maybe.
If she wants to go around the world, she has to definitely be mindful of the side pocket and the corner pocket. But if she puts enough spin and come around, but I don't know if the reward would be very.
Just,
Ooh,
wow, got a little
love
help.
bump.
The love bump.
What a fantastic shot with a little help. Amazing.
Great,
Do you
great
think
position.
yeah, do you think the 3 passes a 7? Let's see if we can get an overview.
Ooh,
Yeah, it's a little tricky here.
she's shooting at it like it is, but
I think
maybe she's playing safe.
I think she's thinning the 3.
Rolling up on that 6-9. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Just leaving some distance. She
Yes.
knows this ball is not going to be easy regardless.
Exactly.
She was very careful not to
Let's
mess with that
see.
6-9.
Yeah, I want to see how far. Okay, the 3 is pretty close to the rail. I was gonna say that maybe she could put some left English and hit probably like half of the 3 ball, bring it up table and slide the cue ball towards the 7, but it's very close to the bottom rail, so she might double kiss.
Oh, was
Yeah.
not expecting that.
No. Worst possible outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind
She
of
tried to
funky when
spin
that
it.
happens, coming off of that angle. It's a
Yeah.
little bit unlucky.
Yeah, it is pretty unlucky. I mean, the side pockets,
So small when you're
Is-
coming from that angle.
yes. But do you know what? I see so many scratches, including my own, off of the short rail into that side pocket. Sometimes, like, I feel as if you try to intentionally play it,
Hmm.
you just can't make it. But
If you don't try, then it finds its way somehow.
yes.
5 ball must go past this 9.
Yes, I believe so. If it does, yes, it
Does.
does. She has a lot of space. She only needs, I mean, this is a standard run out for her. Once she pockets this, comes out 1 rail towards the spot. And then she just has to stop the 6 for the 7. And then
And then she's out.
she's on the hill. Yeah.
All right, she
Yeah, I
opted
love
to
it.
roll a tiny
Yes.
bit to give herself an angle to come up for the 8 ball.
Right. And it's very nicely done.
It's great speed. All right, Silviana is up 1 more match, leading Kaylee 7-2, and we'll be right back. All right. And if you haven't noticed yet, in the previous breaks, we are playing with the 9 ball on the spot, the 1 ball up front, and everything else is randomly placed in the rack. We no longer play with a 3-point rule. There is no break box. And your opponent racks for you. What a great break from Silviana.
That was unlucky that she can't see the 2 to pocket. So let's see if she opts to push out or even kick the 2 from behind, because there are a few walls down there that could hide the cue ball if she kicks it on the left side of the 2. So let's see what she.
Almost like a stick and kick.
Yeah. She does have 60 seconds to decide.
Kick and stick, I should say. How many seconds? I'm sorry.
60 seconds.
60 seconds after the break for the incoming player
Yes,
to assess the situation.
correct. Yeah, I don't think she's pushing. I think she's telling her she's. Or, no. I lied. She is pushing.
Away from the ball.
Yeah. There are quite a few international players in this tournament. I want to say at least
28.
28 international, but I think at least, what, a dozen of them are from Asia. Has to be.
It sounds about right.
Yeah. Nice little containing shot. We have Silviana from Indonesia. We have 3 from Japan. We have
Silviana might opt to play another safety back here, leaving cue ball behind the 4 ball.
Yes. She could use a little right spin and roll the cue ball up on the 4. Oh, okay. She went
goes
the other way, which is great too, because then she has those wall of walls to help
More
protect.
distance as well.
Yes. Yeah, I think about 10 from Asia. Crazy. It's great. I think this is the largest WPBA prize money event, though, at Soaring Eagle. And that's why it's called the Masters.
Just missing that 2 ball. What is the prize money for this event? Do we have the numbers for that?
No, I'm not exactly sure.
I know it's at least $40,000 added.
Yeah, minimal.
Right.
Might be 45. But yes, very close to that.
All right, Silviana back at the table, and it doesn't look like she has any balls tied up.
No.
Just has to navigate her way through
Yes. I like to see
the
her
balls that
come
are left
up.
here on the
Ooh,
table.
very nicely done.
Nice touch.
Yes. Though she might need to bump the 6 ball here. I'm not sure. And leave that shot for the 5. Let's see. Such a smooth stroke. See how smooth it is that she avoided hitting the 6 and just come straight back for the 5. It's very amazing. And this is a lot of training. This is
Non-stop training.
non-stop training, non-stop competing. I believe she is probably the top female player in Indonesia right now. I know there's a few, but I think Silviana is the top.
Just make sure she's pocketing that 5 ball and rolls up just a bit. She doesn't mind taking the longer shot on the 6 ball because she still needs to get back up for the 7.
Yes. I didn't think that she would have a big reward for coming around the table, since the 8 ball is pretty big and the 7 over there, plus she was on the rail. So just a lot of factors.
A higher percentage shot.
Yeah. Ooh. 6 ball wiped its feet in, but because it was so smooth and pocket speed, it
It
helped
was wanting to
make
drop in the
ball.
pocket.
Yes. Just has to draw it back a little bit because the 8's sitting beautifully in the side pocket.
As you usually like to say, a baby draw.
Yes, baby draw. It is. Baby draw. Now she's just thinking she wants to stun and stay on the same side as she is, or she can go forward and come on the other side of the 9, which she opted. Perfect.
Basically straight in here on this 9-ball for the winning shot.
Yeah, Silviana did play phenomenally. What a
And
great
he
match.
advances. Wow, what a
Kaylee
wonderful.
only had a couple of mistakes, and
Silviana just played so well
Yes.
and was very smooth and consistent throughout. It has been a pleasure commentating with you,
Yes.
Caroline.
Thank you so much.
Yes, of course. Thank you. And thank you to everyone out there watching. Stay tuned. We have another great match for you coming from the winner's side here at 7 p.m.
Yes.
at the 2025 WPBA Soaring Eagle Masters event here in Michigan. We appreciate you all.
We
Stay
do.
tuned.
Thank you so much. There's a 7 and a 9 p.m. See you soon.
Thanks, guys. Bye.